Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today it is time to talk about plant favorites. These are some plants and planty things I especially loved in June, and I just want to share them with you. So the first thing that went on in June is that, well, it got freaking hot. And I was having such a hard time keeping up with watering my plants. I mean, I was able to do it. A couple of them perished, but what are you gonna do? You can't win them all. But I just noticed like between 15 and 20 plants a day were needing water. Not only was it hotter outside, it was hotter inside. Our air conditioner also wasn't working. We only got it working yesterday. So most days the thermostat was saying 85 to 90 degrees. So not only was it hot for us, it was hot for the plants. They were drying out at a rapid rate of speed. Like some plants I found I had to water twice a week. But they're doing well now. Got the air conditioner working, so hopefully the cooler air is gonna keep them a little more comfortable. But one thing that I loved about having to constantly water all my plants was that I got to interact with all of them again. So one of my favorite things about doing my month-long no-buy in May was getting to interact with all of my plants for videos. And I felt that same way this month, being able to pick each one up all the time and carrying it over to get some water or taking it outside to water it. And I felt really great just interacting with the plants every single day, because it'll keep my mind occupied on the plants I already own, keep me focused on the plants I already own, take care of them every single day, and it would keep me from feeling like I gotta go buy something new just to feel happy, you know? Although I did buy some new plants in June, I didn't feel like I went crazy because I had so many plants to take care of already, you know? But one of my favorite things this month was watering cactus and watering succulents. So I struggle with knowing when to water cactus. With succulents, I think I'm pretty okay at it because you can tell they get a little bit like wrinkled, they get a little bit soft, and it's kind of easy to tell when a succulent needs water. But I mean, I guess a cactus is a succulent, but you know what I mean. Cactus is a little more difficult because it's not just outwardly gonna turn into a prune or feel soft when you touch it. You'll just kind of see it one day and go, oh my God, that thing needs water. It'll start looking like deflated. So that is how this one tends to look here, and this is one of my absolute favorites. I don't know the name of it, but I think it's so cute. It's put out this, and this little piece here that broke off is growing a little piece too, and I think it's so cute. But this one here is one that will look super deflated, and I wish I had taken a before and after picture so you can see what it looks like. But this piece here will suddenly just, it won't be plump anymore. It'll feel like, it literally looks like someone poked a hole in it and all the air escaped. Like it just gets like real sad like this. And once I water it, after a couple days, it plumps right back up and it shoots out new growth. And that's one of the biggest takeaways from watering cactus. I feel like they need water a little more often than I'm realizing, especially living in a room that was really hot with no air conditioning and living on a hot windowsill. They need water a lot more often, and I've gotten into a routine of checking them every single week, but I feel like I'm watering them every other week, and they get really big and plump again. They shoot out new growth, or the new growth just gets, I swear it looks bigger, and I love it so much. I did do a before and after with one of these that I remembered to. Not this one. This is one I just want to show you. I don't know what this one's called either. I got it at Home Depot, I don't know, earlier this year or last year sometime. It has all of the spines kind of folded over the plant, so it's not pokey when you touch it. But if you were to rub it like this or like move your fingers on it weird, it will poke you. But I watered this one recently, so this piece like plumped out, and all of this started happening on the top. I don't know if it's like flowering or something's gonna happen, or maybe it's just getting taller. I know this looks perverted, but I think it's super cute and so cool, and just a reminder to myself to like water your cactus. They need water. And although they might not look like it, because you won't see the signs, because you know, like a plant that has a lot of leafy foliage, it'll just look kind of limp, it'll feel kind of soft, look kind of sad, and you're like, oh crap, I gotta water that. But with cactus, even though the soil is dry, it doesn't necessarily mean it needs water. And it's a tricky thing though, because I watered my freaking starfish snake plant over there, and I've never watered it before, and now 4 of the little arm things are completely yellow. So I probably shouldn't have watered it, but I did because I felt like it needed it. So sometimes a plant, just because it's dry, doesn't necessarily doesn't necessarily mean it needs water. You just gotta kind of keep an eye on them, I guess. But this one here, I think this is an astrophytum called bishop's cap, if I'm not mistaken. This is one of the most fun ones for me to water because I did do a little video, so I'll put it up here on the screen of like before and after, so you can see what it looked like before. And it's a really slow process because this one is hard as a rock and it feels like it'll hold water forever, like I'll never need to water it. But one day I looked at it and I went, that looks really small and sad and deflated. And once I watered it, it plumped back up and it looks so big and healthy now. And it's just one of the most satisfying things. All month long I've been looking for a cactus to water, like, because I just want to see the transformation. I want to see, like, once it gets all this water in its roots and it's filling up in its little plant body, it like puffs up like this, and it's so cool to see. And there was another little cactus that I watered recently that I had left outside just to drip dry in the shade. And when I went to bring it back inside, I kept looking like, what plant is that? Like, it looked like a different plant because it was so plumped up. So I just want to keep an eye on them more, but I've loved watering them so much this month. And this plant is super cool. I bought this one here locally. But yeah, you could see the huge difference that watering made to that plant. So that's definitely been one of my favorite things this month, watering my cactus. Succulents too, but the cactus has made the most like difference, I think, when you water it. Okay, the next plant that I really loved this month is my Ficus triangularis that I literally just took out of the water, so it's dripping all over the place. I'm just gonna hold it in the tray, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I bought this one here locally, and this had been on like a wish list in my heart for a long time, and I felt like I would do good with this because I'm doing really good with my fiddle leaf fig, like the little fiddle. It's like the bambino version. It's so beautiful. I love that plant a lot, and I felt like I'm doing really good with that, and I've had that one for a year and a half now, that I felt like I would do good with this one. And this one is super cool. It has these really nice, like almost heart-shaped leaves, a lot of really cool variegation. The leaves are really firm, and then the stems look like bark, even though it's like a small little plant. And I really love this. I literally look at it every day and I'm like, I can't wait for this to get like super big and beautiful. And the reason this has been one of my favorites is that it came with a free spider. A little tiny spider had been living in here, and now I can't find it. Whether it moved on to greener pastures, like its life came to an end, or it actually moved on, like it's crawling up the wall in the kitchen now, I really don't know. The web looks old. It looks like a cobweb now, not like a fresh web. Anyway, this little spider friend had been my favorite, and my boyfriend actually went outside because I mentioned to him that I wanted to feed the spider. I was like, the spider's not getting any food in here. There's no gnats flying around for some reason. And my boyfriend went outside and got an ant and threw the ant in the web, and the spider jumped on it and like wrapped it up, and I'm guessing he ate it. But now I can't find the spider. Unless he's like in the plant somewhere, I really don't know. But the plant is so cool. Doesn't it look like shamrocks or something? I think it's really pretty. So far so good with this one. I just let it get completely dried out before I water it. Although only time will tell how it's going to continue to go because it is a new plant to me, but I love it. Okay, this plant is one I mentioned in... What the heck video did I mention this plant in? But this is a succulent that, you know, his leaves are looking a little crusty, but it's growing this huge bloom stalk. And one of you guys in a comment said, you got to cut that thing off because it's going to keep putting energy into growing this instead of growing leaves. But I honestly don't care about this plant that much. I don't care if it continues to grow leaves. Once it dies, I'm going to throw it away anyway. I love the way this bare stem looks. It looks like a palm tree. I almost want to repot this into a terracotta pot just so I can have it looking kind of cool. But I love this bloom thing it's putting out. I don't know what it's doing. I kept expecting a flower to grow there. Maybe this is like the flower, but it just looks like another succulent. I love this thing so much. So it sits in the windowsill, and then I'll turn it this way, and then this thing will like turn back the other way. I love it. I literally look at it every single day to see what the heck this is gonna turn into. And I think it's just so cool. There's like a little closer look at it. And I can't bring myself to cut it off because I don't care about this plant growing more leaves. I want it to continue doing this cool thing up here. This plant is definitely one of my favorites. I think it was aeonium. I think one of you guys told me this was an aeonium, and I feel like that might be what it is because it looks like that kind of a plant. And I love this bloom stalk. I think it's so cool. You know, there are some flowers I'll cut off, like the string of hearts flowers. Those freaking stink to me. I'll cut those off all day. But some, I can't bring myself to do it. I think they're just too cool. Okay, I have one more plant to mention, and I kind of want to do a video on all the cool plants I found at Home Depot recently, because I found this one recently. This is a Hoya caryi, a green one. It was $8.98, and it's in a really cool shallow container, and I couldn't believe this. I was like, holy crap, a Hoya caryi? Like, I've never seen that in a Home Depot before, ever. And of course I had to have it, got it, love it so much. The other day, this is actually when we went to Home Depot to buy something for the air conditioner so it'd start working. We had to mosey on over to the plant section, and look what I found. A variegated Hoya caryi for $9.98. It was $1 more than the green one. But look at it. I could not believe I saw this there. And there was another girl walking around, and she had 2 of these in her hands. And I saw it, and I went, oh my God, they have variegated Hoya caryi. And she happened to mention too, she's like, oh yeah, look at the 2 I got. She got one that had like a bunch of splashiness on it, like this like white stuff. It had it like all over the leaves. It looked so cool. But they had a couple there. So if you're looking for one, or even if you're not looking for it, you just want one, check out Home Depot. I do know, at least the Home Depot that I go to and the ones we have here in New Mexico, they source their plants from a garden in New Mexico. So whether your Home Depot does that or not, I don't know, but I would keep an eye out anyway, because look what I found for 10 bucks. Like, holy crap, I think that's so cool, and I just had to show you. And I love that they're coming in these little shallow dishes too. So nice. Just a good touch. Okay, one more thing I almost forgot. I have to give a shout out to a YouTube channel. I mean, not that they need me to shout them out. They have like 2.5 million subscribers. But I have never watched Epic Gardening before. And I'm just gonna be perfectly honest, it's because of the name Epic Gardening. I just thought, what's that? I don't like that word epic, I guess. And also the thumbnails, I don't know what it is. There's just something about it that I just don't want to click on any of the videos. And I saw a video not too long ago, and it was like plant expert shares tips or something like that. So I clicked on it, and I thought, this is kind of cool, but they don't do a lot of houseplant videos. Like, that was one of their like one-off houseplant videos. It's really a gardening channel. And I started watching the videos, and this month in particular, I have been obsessed. The videos are super well done. They're concise, they're funny. They're funny without being like obnoxious. It's just like the natural humor that the people that run the channel have. There's 2 guys in particular, Kevin and Jacques, that they just have this like perfect balance. Their sense of humor is so funny, but it's very informational as well. Like, they're teaching you something. And one thing I really love about the channel is that the gardens that they have aren't humongous. It's not like 3 acres of farmland. It's literally a suburban home with like a normal front yard garden and a backyard garden, and they're gardening like in a, I don't want to say it's a small space because I have plenty of space to work with, but there's just something so nice about it because it seems relatable, it seems easy, it seems like you might be able to do that. And I'm obsessed with them. I'm gonna link some of my favorite videos that I've watched so far in the description box in case you haven't seen them before either. Of course, it is an outdoor, it's a gardening channel for outdoors. So if you're looking to get into it, you're looking to learn, it's so well done, funny, informational. The videos don't go on too long, although some of them are long, and I love long videos, so I'm always looking for like a half hour or longer video. But it's an awesome channel. I'll link it down below. Let me know if you watch them too, because I would love to just like geek out with you guys in the comments. But that is it. Those are my favorites for the month. And I actually kind of struggled picking what my actual favorites were, because every single plant has been my favorite. Every single plant that I have has been a favorite this month. I think just because I've been checking on them every single day because it's so warm and they need so much water. I think I'm gonna fertilize them all this summer too. I never fertilize my plants, I just never do. But I think I'm gonna do that this month, give them a little TLC. But yeah, every single plant was my favorite this month. I loved all of them. I like checking on them every day. And I'm really just enjoying what I have. Even though I'm buying new stuff all the time and always looking for new things, I still really enjoy what I already have, and I'm still just loving it. So yeah, that is it. Let me know what some of your favorite plants were, your plant related things. I would love to know what they are. That is it though. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video.